it wouldn't be a Twitch broadcast without a little Gong Show action. So
Exactly.
I'm loading up the stream right now. Are you in the channel, the chat?
I am indeed.
Okay, cool.
Oh, good. Joe's here.
Joe's always here. I think Joe just always permanently hangs out.
Yeah.
It's all good. I'm loading up the chat here. I just want to make sure that we're streaming.
Yeah.
Bandwidth. That's the other thing too, is that when I move, I cannot wait to get a new faster download connection, because mine is just so crazy. All right, cool. Looks like we are sweet. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. So yeah,
Cool.
to all of our two viewers, they usually pop. We'll get a few popping in across the way. I put a message out on Facebook and Twitter, letting people know that we were ready to rock and roll. So
What the hell's going on here? Okay.
don't tell me your game's broken now.
Not my game. Chat room's broken.
For crying out loud. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Gong Show. You guys know the drill by now. Yeah, getting everybody kind of caught up to speed. We got some new stuff. Our boy Robert's been feverishly cranking away at trying to figure out some of our memory stuff. And I think we're dangerously close to figuring out what's going on. It's basically that anything that's like a 32-bit system, because that's what I'm running. I'm an idiot, and when I installed Windows on this machine, I, for some dumb reason, picked the 32-bit version, even though I can handle 64. And what happens is that it doesn't know what to do with all the RAM that you throw at it. It's got like built-in limits. And we've been doing good up until this latest build about just approaching those limits and like coming just under the usually about a 2 gig RAM requirement. And this latest update pushed us over the top, which is why I'm just crashing like crazy. And so we've been trying to kind of figure out some fixes for it, and it just boils down to the fact that anything that's a 32-bit system is just going to have problems. It's just there's not much way we can do about it. Now, what we did is in the last half an hour, I was doing some Googling, and I actually found a fix that you can kind of force Windows to. You're just basically bashing it over the head and saying, "Hey, there's more RAM here than you think there is. Please use it." And I actually am stable now. I'm not running the game tonight because it still blows out your processors pretty good and all that stuff. So Dave's running it, or at least in theory he's running it. He's just kind
I'm
of
trying.
He's I don't know what he's doing right now, but
Well, right now I'm trying to figure out why I can't post anything to the chat room, but yeah.
well, because you logged in, and it immediately drove away our other user that was in here.
Oh, cool.
I think. How many?
I have that effect on people. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, there we go. They got a few others here, so we got a few more people coming in here. But yep, Boo 32-bit. Yep, 32-bit can't go over 4 gig, and that's essentially what's happening. Is it's not even about like the 4 gig. It's basically 4 gig in total. So that's allocating all your system, all your other programs like Skype and your browser and all that kind of stuff. So it adds up really, really quick. I was seeing a lot of people that are just, if your game starts approaching the 2 gig, RAM usage, you're going to be pretty thoroughly boned. And that's exactly what's happening to me. Is I kind of, for the first time, I was running the game with like the task manager kind of side by side to see how much RAM I was using, and it was getting about 1.5 gig to the menu, to the screen you're seeing right now. And then when you load a match, it was coming in at about 2.1 gig. So it was just kind of coming over the requirements. I was able to get a single player, like a 1v1 match rolling okay. But beyond that, like if I try to put 3 people or the 4-way, it's just kaboom city.
Good chunk.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it just gags the instant it tries to even start the match intros. It'll get through like about the second person, and it just has enough, and it says I'm tired, and just throws up an error message and just gives up. But the good news is, like I said, this fix I was able to find in a Steam forum, kind of dealing with another game, was in fact able to kind of get it rocking and rolling. So it's by no means going to be an official. Maybe what we can do is post a link to that forum or something a little later tonight or something like that for the people that have been having some crashing trouble. But what sucks is I'm the only one who's ever been having problems. Dave is able to play the game. Robert's able to play the game just fine because they have good machines. My machine is good.
Well,
My machine is good. It's just I ran a dumb copy of Windows on here, and I'll get that remedied pretty soon. So.
Yeah, but what other games have you ever had trouble with this? To me, it's kind of maddening.
Well, you have to remember, I almost always play like small indie games, like Isaac. Like Binding of Isaac does not require infinite RAM. There's no 3D processors going on. It's a flat, straight up 2D game, and that's all she wrote. Beyond that, it's I don't really play a ton of 3D games. The only other I haven't played a modern game. Like a Fallout, like a Fallout 4 or any of these other ones. I just don't play them. In fact, I tried to play Firewatch, the one by Panic.
Right.
And that one was 64-bit only. They just said, we're not even going to bother.
No kidding,
so but I wanted to play it.
It's a shame we might actually have to do something like that and just flat out leave 32-bit behind if it's going to be a problem.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to improve my current system. I'm going to get 10 installed on here, and then I've got another PC floating around here with a bum power supply, and I think it even has like XP on there or something. And what I'll do is I'll just make that like our lowest common denominator, common denominator machine, so we can still test it for all that kind of stuff and just kind of see how it goes. So.
Yeah.
So you gonna play any matches here, cool. Dave? I want to see the new stuff.
Man.
We've got. Why don't you give him a rundown of all the new goods, Robert? In the meantime, that Robert was looking for memory issues, he also was plugging in a lot of the new moves developed by our very own Mr. Wrestling 5.
Exactly. Well, let me pull up here. I think the new moves are best demonstrated.
I'm seeing that Joe is saying that most new games are 64-bit only, and that does not surprise me. So that's probably what we're going to end up having to do, which is, like I said, I'm okay with that. If that's where most people are at, we can check those Steam System Profiler stats. I think they roll those out every 3 months or so, and just kind of ping our users, or not ping our users, but kind of ping the universe out there and just kind of see what's happening, see what other people are running, and just what works and what doesn't. So
yeah, exactly, man. All right, I thought I turned off the crowd audio, but I guess I didn't.
You can't turn it off. You can't turn it off from that main menu. You can only turn it off from the pause menu in the match.
Really?
I think so.
Weird. I thought I turned it off in the options menu, but
because there's sound effects and then there's crowd sound effects. There you go.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
I know. We're getting there. We're working on all this stuff, trying to get the UI cleaned up and all that stuff. But I said Robert's been doing a bang up job. He was a trooper today. He was checking the forums and checking our forums, and I was testing the new builds, and because he got us a new build here this afternoon, hoping that because he kind of fixed some of the optimizing and all that kind of stuff. And somebody's trying to do a special, aren't they?
No, I'm running through all the weak moves to see if I missed anything from last time.
Yeah, because the new move that I saw was the tackle, and I think that was just hitting tapping A, like that. I love that.
Yeah, I like it too, man.
It's interesting that it puts him to the side though. I got to see that fall again because that looked a little. I don't know. That was a little. I couldn't quite tell what happened there. Because normally, it's just a straight tackle and its legs are pointing at you. So it's kind of like a side. Interesting. Like he turns on his side.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like more of an MMA kind of takedown, Boom.
Love the Jawbreaker. Huge fan of the Jawbreaker.
There isn't a single animation that I feel we need to improve,
That's the thing is Mr. Wrestling 5's been doing a bang-up job.
That's right, man.
What you guys all know this?
Boom! Right on his head. Nice.
No, so we've got some new fun, not mechanics, but we've gotten specials actually working. Oh, there's a new strong grapple move. Oh,
Power bomb.
love that power bomb. It's a little
I posted
slow.
it.
Like you, it's a total deadlift. Like you'd think you'd
Well,
need to like really pull
It
them up
was
a little
actually
faster.
intended, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I think it was originally intended as a heavyweight, super heavyweight finisher like Grimhold, so it's kind of
Oh,
slower,
you're
more
right.
dramatic.
You're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a lucha power bomb. So he would be
Yeah, I
deadlifting the
know.
guy anyway. He's a power guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the pulling pile driver. Oh, that is just so gorgeous.
That's devastating. That's awesome. And what have I got in this slot? Backbreaker, I think. Yeah.
Yep, that's a good looking backbreaker.
God, it feels like a game.
I tell you, I
You
was
know?
playing the computer and I did my usual strategy of like trying to run at them and then pop that moonsault off the ropes, and the jerkwad like threw me up in the air and gave me that cutter. Like it just
Yeah.
out of random. I was like, you jerk. So now the
I
computer's
think-
getting smart.
Yeah, if you run at the computer now and aren't smart enough, oh, I like how I just ducked them. Hey, all right.
Oh, it's the old.
I feel the bench.
Oh, he
There.
just.
That running spot, I think we should have had the Benny Hill music playing.
Yeah, that's right. Only if they crisscross. Only if they crisscross.
I posted a video of the power bomb with the WCW game Mayhem there, a little clip from their commentary. Power bomb. Tony, how do you pronounce his last name?
Schiavone.
Shivani?
Come on, man. You know
I
that.
know. I was late to the party
Schiavone?
with the
What was the... Somebody called it Schiavone. I can't remember. No, that was what Jericho used to call him.
Oh, yeah. Too funny. Alright, let me see if I can get a special going here. Because this animation
Yeah, you guys are gonna pop for this one. As soon as
Well,
he gets it.
unless I lose my special.
That's the one thing that I actually found, that it was the specials don't stick around too long. You gotta be pretty quick
Yeah.
to get that.
Well, they get canceled too. If your opponent lands an attack on you, even a weak one, you lose your special. So even if he pops you with a... There we go.
Oh yeah, burning hammer! You gotta get a slow-mo
I gotta get
with
that from another angle.
You
though.
gotta get
We
that
need another
slow
angle.
mo going. Screenshot mode, baby. Yeah, that turned out really, really nice. That looks so good. And that's one of my all-time favorite moves. It is just so nasty. I remember I saw that on No Mercy, and I had never seen that move before, because it's obviously so dangerous that there is just no way. There's just no way anybody could pull that off. But I saw it in No Mercy. I was like, holy shit! It's that one in the Scotty Steiner pile driver. The one where he takes him up from the vertical suplex position and just somehow catches him in midair and like just drops him. Screenshot mode. Oh!
I was just trying to get it from a better angle to watch it full speed, but I keep picking them up from the wrong side.
God, that is so tight. Like I said, it's nice having the...
Lost my damn special.
No, it's
but
the
I
same
blocked.
thing that happened for me. Like I said, you're used to the No Mercy special time where you've got a little bit to run around, and
Yeah.
then your opponent has time to run from it.
Exactly. Just for fun, I made a Facebook post the other day that all it said was "tauntaun tauntaun
Oh,
special."
I saw it.
Run,
I
run.
laughed because somebody chimed in there that was like, you add some top rope moves, and that was Eric's entire No Mercy offense. I'm like, oh, somebody's paying attention. Crying out
I was
loud.
I was just happy anybody got the reference.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, how long has it been since the last Aki game? You know.
I'm still laughing at L&R shoulder holdings. That to me, like if I ever start a wrestling company of my own, I am totally stealing that. I don't care, because that and then calling the company Run From Special is just. I mean, I thought that one was really funny too. Yeah, we had 3 good candidates in their last Twitch chat. You had there you go. Pause. Yeah. In fact, dude, take some screens. We'll have it for Screenshot Saturday.
Yeah. God, I'm going to take a pool of shots.
Do it.
Because I don't know why, man. I'm just forgetting to get any damn shots for that.
Look
People
at
are
that.
posting on the forums too. It's like like we have them. I'm a creature of habit, and if it's not a
I
habit,
understand.
I totally forget about it.
Oh God, see there it looks like the torture
Oh,
rack. See, what we need to be able to do is, like I said, if we're ever able to animate GIF or something like that directly from the game, like that is just going to be the sick
well,
one.
we actually set up to do that a while ago. If you look in the,
I did see the streaming assets when I was poking around in there looking for assets. Oh, look at that! It's not quite. I said it does look like a Luger torture rack. I mean,
Kinda,
he really could stop the animation right there and have themselves another submission if you wanted to.
yeah, totally.
Oh, that is just so sick. It's sick.
Man, the detail that he puts into these animations,
Oh no! Screenshot. Look at that. Yeah. Oh no! It's coming down. Oh my dear Lord. Yep. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we got to figure out how to animate GIF that, because that is just way too intense. If I got Fraps going, I could take a video clip of it, and then they got utilities online that'll dump that video.
Yeah. I've made animated GIFs. It's a little bit messy of a pipeline to do it,
Yep.
But yeah, if you especially
Look
because
at
I
that
wanted
shot
to get
right
them,
there. Grab that one.
I wanted to make them so they were perfectly optimized to post to Twitter, which I heard was a really effective thing to post, right?
Yeah.
Just
Well, like I said,
setting up.
I've got ways to optimize some of that kind of stuff too, and there's utilities online that you can feed them through. Oh my God. Oh my dear Lord. Oh
trying to
no! It's a
Get some
burning
angles I haven't
house.
got before.
Get like one from above. Yep, not quite zooming in on the crotch. That's a little bit more than we need, but like the what is no thank you. What is it the as our viewer count completely drops.
I'm gonna have to take back our comment about not being 12-year-olds.
Oh God. Yeah, I was gonna say that that doesn't do much good for it. What's the crash cam or whatever the one that's like if when they were doing the ladder matches where they got the camera from like high up, the crash cam
from
or whatever.
the middle of the ring light rack, yeah.
That's like deep space. Yeah, the screenshot mode I think is my favorite thing out of all of this. I don't think this game would be nearly as fun, at least for me, as oh my God, look at that. That's just a fun shot right there.
Oh, yeah, that's not too shabby.
Oh dear
Gotta
Lord.
grab it.
You feel like you're a professional photographer. You're like, all right, a little bit to the left, a little bit up, a little bit
I
up.
swear to God, I have messed with screenshot mode more than I've played actual matches.
It's a blast. I said that's something that when I'm kind of doing a rework of the website, I've got some new mock-ups, and that's one of the things I actually think it's a legitimate feature that I really, really want to like promote because it's fun taking pictures of this stuff.
Well, since day one, everyone has always said it would be a dream to have a wrestling game on PC so we could do e-fetting and make our own rosters and stuff, right? And make our own TV shows or whatever,
High praise from Joe. He says screenshot mode is amazing. It's the best screenshot mode I've seen in any game. So there you go.
Damn, someone actually... Thanks, Joe. That's awesome. Someone actually mentioned that there's screenshot modes in other games like Mad Max and Fallout, the new Fallout, and I've gotten the same compliment. People say that our screenshot mode is, just easier to use.
Well, I got to tell you, it's that there's some little touches like the depth of field thing that take it from the, from just what we have to work on is just like explaining the controls a little bit better, so you don't have that big giant. Oh my dear Lord! Oh my dear Lord! He's not doing a headstand. He's not doing a headstand. That is that's not yoga. That is the tail end of a burning hammer is what that is. Oh my God.
You got to do commentary, man. You need to record these for commentary.
Well, I believe we are recording them, but
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean? Like
you're talking about like the Tony Schiavone clip that's got all his in-game audio stitched together. You saying I need to do one of those?
Yeah, you got to do one of those we can use, man. And this was nicely. I didn't plan this, but his head dropping on the blood splash looks like that's how it happened.
Yeah, Joe is saying it's the depth of field and the ability to move a few frames at a time, and I agree. The only thing I would like is to be able to like rewind, like frame by frame, like rewind and fast forward like a single button. Oh my God! Look at that neck snap. Oh my God.
Yeah, we've got actually rewind is actually on the to-do list.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, but ironically, it's apparently a lot more complex than just going forward.
Well, I said I bet because you're literally reversing the timeline. Oh my God, that is just crunch. Oh, look at that one. That is a beauty. That is that right there. That take that from a couple of different angles because that's one that could go on the website. It definitely ain't your mama's PG wrestling game. Look
the
at
only
that.
thing about this, the blood texture is a little bit elevated off the mat, so it's going to look a little
it's
funky.
floating blood. It's fine.
Yeah. In a screenshot, you could just say it's, exploding from his head blood.
Good stuff. Good stuff. That looks. Yeah, Joe's like that looks brutal, and I would agree. We got to get. We got to get one of those. We got to get one of those on the outside over by like the scaffolding out there, or like on there so you can see like the.
I apologize to anyone who gets vertigo easily here.
Oh my God!
Screenshot mode.
Oh, now that's just pornographic. Come on. Come on, don't stop. Oh, come on, man.
Hey, man, how are we going to promote the game on Grindr if we don't do this?
God. It'll be like Pro Wrestling Triple X. That'll be the parody.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Pro Wrestling X, making them humble.
God, stop the damn match. That man has a family. Oh, look at that.
Folded in half. Look at this.
God.
This is like crazy.
Come on, man. Come on. You're killing me. Oh, look at that. That is just, oh my God. That is just horrible. That's a car wreck.
God, I feel like there's a better shot.
We got a lot of people in chat going, by God, the man's got a family. That's good stuff. Oh, look at that. That is not yoga. That is not relaxing.
That's good. The blood position is a little less obvious there.
That's a great shot. That is just a great shot. We got any number of candidates for this week. Might have to do a couple of them, I think. Yeah, that's good times.
Oh, I like how it caught the animation mid-rope dip as well. That's kind of neat.
Sad ropes.
Oh, God, sad ropes. Shame. If anybody in the chat room remembers our previous attempt at releasing a game, Pro Wrestling X Uprising, it had such a brutally bad physics optimization bug in it that I think if you played it on 2 monitors or something, you could generate this for some unknown reason. But, yeah, you'd hit the ropes, and the bouncing of the ropes, they would just be slow motion, and they would just dip like rubber band loose noodles all the way to the mat almost.
And it was so depressing. It was just like, the ropes are so sad. It's like even the ropes are depressed about our game. God. It's too bad. We need to be able to do one of those off the top rope, and that'll be the end of all.
Top rope burning hammer.
If you can get one of those on the outside, I think that's the next. That would be the next list on the screenshot. Either that or over there by the Nitro set there.
Yeah,
I was going to call it by the Titantron, but it's really more like the Nitro set and kind of like Ring of Honor.
It totally reminds me of Revenge, man.
Okay, so let's say, how long did we spend on that screenshot mode, and our match is only like 6 minutes long? It just goes to show you, man, that thing is just so much fun. Now, can we actually throw them outside at this point, or is it just they just have to chase them out there, right?
Yeah, they got to chase them out.
Okay, that's Snake Eyes. That's right. Oh, that looks good too.
I want to start throwing people outside. Once I think we need to optimize, the 3 and 4 player matches are cool because they're just technically possible. I would just like to have some double team kind of animation stuff, and throwing outside the ropes for those kind of matches.
Yep, those are fun.
Something special to do. Get over here. That's what we need is
Yeah, because
Soul Calibur.
that special doesn't mess around. Robert was saying it takes off like 25% of the health.
Yeah, something brutal. Why aren't you getting up?
Are you trapped between? Are you not able to get the right clearance?
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, so this, you're right. It is more of an MMA tackle. It's got. I've never really seen it done that way before. You have to throw him over to the Titantron, see if you get the bounce back. Oh dear!
Maybe. Oh, this is going to be nice.
So you can get some with like the crowd in the background. That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make people a little less nauseous and bored watching me do this, but yeah, I got to get.
I don't know,
some
dude.
shots.
See, I'm entertained by this stuff. I know maybe nobody else is, but this one's gonna hurt. I mean, if you give me one like just like that, so I could put some text out on that field if I wanted to for.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's see if I can get a lot of
white space. That's kind of a cool shot right there.
Yeah.
You advance that one a little bit farther forward. That'll be a sweet ass shot.
Get them up on the shoulders.
Yep. Hi, welcome to Eric's art direction. Look at that. Look at that. That is just a
little more black space in there.
Well, I was gonna say get it so
Get
you can see
front.
the ramp in the background where you've got that. You keep going to the right, where like that kind. Oh yeah, that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot. See,
I don't know if you're directing it.
I'm
It
gonna
sounds
say
you're
I
directing
feel like
porn,
I
man.
feel like I'm an art director. Oh, look at that with a crowd. Sorry, Twitch. I know this is probably boring as hell, but I'm entertained, and I hope you guys are too. We didn't have a ton of other stuff. I mean, so we got the new moves, and that's been pretty fun. But even wrestling's been kind of quiet. It's been fun with the new era. Seeing AJ and Roman the other night was a pretty good match. Finish aside, with all
Man,
the
you know,
Shane and Stephanie stuff, but.
I know I'm totally going to lose, any credibility or respect I might have, but I thought Roman's freaking brought it, man. Like Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. It's only when they try to turn him into comedic babyface that I ever have a problem with that guy.
I think where he shines, man, is honestly his acting, like his selling. Like he had the big man out on his feet stumble down.
I'm telling you, I said. Kill shit Roman. I love watching that guy. He's a physical beast. He's got a great look. It's where they were trying to turn him into the next comedic babyface, and it's just like, you know what? Stop doing that with this guy, and just make him like a guy who goes out there and just destroys. Oh my God, look at that! Just goes out and destroys people. I love that guy. He does this great spot. He's gotten a couple of them under his belt where he'll be like rescuing people, and he'll come down running down the ramp and full head of steam and either clothesline or spear somebody. And it's incredible because he'll take off like 10 feet beforehand. He killed Rusev with one of the greatest spears I'd ever seen, just like that, where he came running down the ramp at full steam. He must have taken off. Oh my God, look at that. Crush. Crush, crush, crush. That's so great. Sorry, yeah. Now see, Joe was saying that AJ carried Roman. I don't believe that for a second. I don't, it's too easy. That's too easy. I think it takes two to tango. I don't believe in this whole carrying bit. Maybe to an extent, but I think Roman's athletic enough to get it done. So that's just me.
Honestly, yeah. I think so. I think he. How could he have done any better than he did? I thought.
I've always liked Roman's in-ring work, and when he was in the Shield, like I said, I bought into it. He was a badass. I loved him.
Well, that's just it, man. It's just like, I get it. It's sport to hate on somebody and be the smart mark, But the same people who are hating on Roman were loving him back in the Shield days. So.
Well, what's going to be interesting is they've been doing some fun stuff on Raw, kind of doing a lot of shades of gray. Oh my God, look at that right there. They freeze frame that right there, perfect with the hand. They've been doing some great stuff where like AJ's been kind of quasi heel, and Roman's been kind of quasi heel. It's been like they had a pretty good Raw close. I'm not really getting into the whole Shane versus Stephanie thing. That's kind of boring the hell out of me. But The main event scene with AJ and Roman has been very interesting. They're kind of mixing in the Usos a little bit, and along with Gallows and Machine Gun there.
Yeah.
So going to be the running spear like the one from Goldberg and WCW Revenge. God, I hope so. That's another one of my 3 moves of doom for No Mercy. It was spear, top rope move, and oh, look at that. Fun stuff, isn't it? I tell you, it's good stuff. And even I got to tell you, you start looking at the detail now of Grimhold with the rings in the back of his mask and everything. That looks really cool, really well done.
Oh, I think Theodore's mask. I would love to own this mask.
I would too. You know, you couldn't breathe in it. Can you put Cybernetico AAA in the game? Hey, eventually down the road, we're going to have probably mods for everybody. That's the goal anyway. Probably won't be an officially endorsed Cybernetico, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, he actually bounces. That's awesome. Bounces off his head.
That's good stuff.
Too cool.
Man. That's really fun. But I was trying to see if we had any new. I recognized quite a few of the names in here tonight. We usually have our usual powwow. But we'll see. Don't recognize the word like Dane or anybody. But if you're new, welcome. It's been fun. This is actually number 41. We got to do something fun for 50. That might have to be another 3 hour one. Because that'll be a fun. Because that's only a couple of months away.
Yeah, no kidding.
But we've been doing this. I really like doing it. Go ahead.
I really liked it when we did one on the weekend, afternoon before Mania. That was
fun. That was fun. I think, and especially if we hype it a little bit more, really get the word out in the newsletter, and really try to hype it up for a real special one. That would be kind of fun, and maybe get Joe Horn or Dave Horn back, or Mr. Dickey or somebody. That might be kind of fun to try to score an interview like that or something. So
yeah, I've been chatting with Matt Dickey on email, and we just haven't been able to hook up on Skype because we're opposite sides of the planet. Yeah. He actually was living and working in China up until recently.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he's back in the UK now, but he was in China doing his thing, and apparently not entirely loving the whole censored internet. And
yeah, I was just going to say, how do you God, that would drive me nuts. Especially if you know better. You know what you're missing. You know that you have the Great Firewall of China going on. Look at that. That's a great. You guys should do some slow-mos of that cutter too. That's a really good one, because we weren't able to do any of this stuff.
Oh, that's right, isn't it? We didn't do the cutter, any shots. Oh wait, no, I did, but
you did, but it was you're right. Maybe you did. Maybe I
could always get better shots though.
My short-term memory of all that stuff is just
Because what people love is watching me do screenshot mode for an hour.
I don't know. I enjoy it. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I don't know. I enjoy it.
Damn it, they look good. They look so good.
Well, especially that pop-up animation can be used for like a power bomb too. It's so nice.
Yeah.
But it is kind of hard to believe that we were up to 41 already. Look at that shot right there. Wow.
How does that work? Ooh,
that looks really nice. Get a couple of ones where it's like centered up too, because that looks really nice. Yeah. It's really hard to believe how we've gotten up to 41 already. I was kind of diving back through the archives a little bit. I'm going to try to maybe put together some kind of a best of or something like that. Maybe it's some kind of a fun little promo kind of a deal, and maybe some more time lapse kind of stuff to show some of the devs, so that you don't have to sit there and watch all 90 minutes of something. That you can just kind of watch something, like if we can compress an evenings down to like a couple of minutes or something, and see how it all kind of comes together. That'd be kind of fun to do. But yeah, it's been fun. And so yeah, we're pretty much on here. I would say most Tuesdays. There's going to be some that it's just hard for us to get out here, and we're almost always at the same time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Because it's like I said, we've got people all over the planet. and it's hard to kind of coordinate time zones and all that kind of stuff. So it's we're here pretty much every Tuesday. We've got Twitter account at Pro Wrestling X, Facebook at Pro Wrestling X, ProWrestlingX.com, blah 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 blah.
Yep, Instagram, Pro Wrestling X. It's all there.
All that fun stuff. We're working on kind of cleaning up all the kind of a reboot of all the website, social media, all this kind of stuff as we get closer to our 1.0 release. It's going to be start really getting things ready for prime time here. No, that's kind of a funny little shot right there. He's just
I know. I'm just thinking the same thing.
Just kicking back on a Sunday afternoon,
It's like
they're having a picnic, and he just spilled
this.
some ketchup. Yeah, captured that photo. That's a pretty good. That's a caption contest if I've ever seen one. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Hey, you know what? No. Something to consider. I was really happy to throw, obviously I think everybody was, throw some respect and support to Bret Hart when he announced he was going through his health issues there. But I'm thinking now, since he's announced he's doing better and all right, it almost makes us look a little bit pandering and taken advantage of by having these fight signs still in the audience at this.
You're right. Well, it's also probably not the most current. I mean, we could mix it up a little bit, but I don't know. I'll put over Bret Hart anytime. That doesn't bother me.
No problem doing that. He's the man.
He was out there. It was pretty funny watching Flair take a pretty good bump for him. Not bump for him. He hit him with the fist, and he went down like he'd been shot. I was laughing. I was watching it with a buddy of mine, and we were just cracking up. Flair is just always the greatest. I still want to see how people can get up like that. You can't physically do it.
This looks like Ukrainian dancing.
I was just going to say, he looks like he's about ready to start breakdancing. We need like the cardboard. We need cardboard under him. God. Oh boy. Oh,
that's
boy.
funny.
Yeah.
Looks like he just shit blood or something, but yeah.
Correct.
See your doctor,
on,
buddy.
Yeah, come on. There's taste. There's bad taste, and then there's, come on. But that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He still looks.
You still can't physically get up like that. You just can't do it. That's a pretty funny shot right there, too.
Oh yeah. As far as anybody knows, this is the Spinaroonie mid.
Oh gosh.
Animation.
Nalvin said that. Get some shots of the power bomb too.
Ooh, I like that. Looks like an evil kind of crouch. Eh?
God, that's a good shot right there. This is terrible. Sorry guys. This is our Twitch,
marking out over our own game. Like how lame is that?
Twitch broadcast / photo session.
We need content.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, this is the content generation portion of the program tonight. Sorry about that.
You guys can suffer along with us.
That's right, Spider-Man. He kind of looks like a Spider-Man thing going on right there. It's kind of a cool look.
Yeah, digging it.
It looks like he's rescuing Tyrador. It's like, as opposed to just having dropped him on his head, that hammer and the cutter. But,
Too funny.
Joe is making fun of us with the Z's. That's you need to put the big head and the jam tart signs back. See, that's the other thing too. We need a giant Colt Cabana head if we're going to be realistic.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
I see those all over the place. I see if it rains it bores. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or if somebody wins, we riot. The Sanders Keel is one of your better. I have to say, I think that's one of your better signs. That's a pretty good sign. I've got to give you some credit on that one.
A couple of people got the joke. A lot of the newcomers were like, well, "What the hell?" But
well, that's all right. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Well, did you see the? Not to change the topics, total random. But did you see the rant that Ryback posted today? He's
knowing him.
Well, and it's too bad. I was just telling somebody the other day that I really could give two shits about that guy, and it's not fair because he seems like an all right guy. But he's never gotten over with me in terms of he was always just like Goldberg 2.0, and I was just like not having it. And but I gotta say, I admire him for taking a stand and like kind of calling it out. That doesn't bother me. like I said, I good for him. But you're right. Nice knowing him. He's going to be future endeavored any moment here. But he's got a point to an extent. About the winners and losers bit being paid totally different sums of money, and
he does. But in my opinion, which I don't know, might not be popular, to me, wrestling. I don't know how to put this, man. It's not a sport. It's not. It's not pure entertainment, and it's kind of a meritocracy in a way. And I get that it's predetermined, and the losers work just as hard as the winners, and blah blah blah. But it's performance art, and for sure, when you go see Katy Perry, I guarantee you, her guitar player is just as musically talented as she is. But he's probably not worried about making as much money as her, or would expect to.
No, I get it. I get it. That there's totally two different sides. I mean, I just thought it was an interesting. I just thought it was interesting. That's all. I mean, again, I'm as far removed from being one of the boys as possible. But I thought it was at least an interesting take, anyway.
Well, I was with him. When he said, and I didn't know this, when he said that. The losers are paid less than the winners in the same match. And I'm like, all the other things considered equal. That is kind of weird, considering.
Well, I don't think it's like when it's like per match. I just think he's saying that, like, if you are being asked to go out there and do the job, like, that shouldn't affect your position. Like, if you're trying to work hard, and I get it. I mean, but there's also the argument, just like to your point, that there's the lead actor and a supporting actor, and you can make a case that the lead actor is the one who's the box office draw, and then the supporting actors are there to kind of act with that lead actor. And it could be, you could make a case for the winner of a wrestling match being the lead actor, and a loser of the match being a supporting actor, kind of a thing, because they're there typically to see the winners.
I guess, and I could see that. I don't know, because in some cases, obviously, I think, Steamboat and Flair, I would think they got paid equal, or should,
Mm-hmm.
But you look at Ryback versus Kalisto at Mania, which is what I think he was alluding to. I think what he was trying to say was he made less money because he lost the match. I think that's what he was alluding to.
It's possible.
And he also
I don't know
said,
anything about the business when it comes to paydays and all that stuff. I have no idea.
well, I know there's bonus payouts, and that's probably what he's referring to. And he did say in his rant, I've continued making less and less money as I lost more and more matches, still working just as hard. But where he lost me was when he said that it should be equal from the top to the bottom of the roster. And I'm like, no, come on.
Well, and his argument is that the people who are the meritocracy end of it has, like, they do better with merchandise sales and all that stuff, and so that's where all that comes in at. But you're right. I don't. You're right. I think there's certain levels, especially when you're talking about people who are, the rookies. That are more. Thank you. That's just.
That's for you.
That are more the rookies. This one's going bad places.
Well, only if I would have. No, I won't go.
Keep going. Just Anyway, but like the people who are just getting started, like you could make a case that it's really more about like veterans, like you have service time. Like the more of a veteran you are, the more you get paid. Not necessarily where your position is on the card. It's a tough call. And again, you have no union. You have no, anything like that. That has something like that. So.
Yeah, and then there's also the issue of this could be taken the wrong way in other contexts as well. But if everybody's getting paid the same and there is no reward for getting yourself over, then why would anyone try? Would there have been a Rock or a Stone Cold if they hadn't been motivated to try to outdo each other? I don't know.
Well, so
I don't know, man.
Like I said, he's clearly, you're clearly kind of disgruntled. Hey, is that kind of seeing some of that motion blur that Robert was putting in?
Nope.
You can see it on his leg.
Really? Because it shouldn't be there. Weird.
Thought I saw some, like the leg was a little blurry or something.
Could have been a glitch then, because it shouldn't be there.
No, but anyway, because I think the thing that really, I guess, on this last pay-per-view, he was like stuck on the pre-show, and he actually had it written on his belt, and I think that's what Joe and Chad is alluding to, is that he was just like, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be stuck on pre-show. That sucks.
He had it written on his belt?
Yeah, I called it the pre-show stopper, because he's like the show stopper. He put the word pre on there, and I guess I didn't even notice this, but because I said I showed up late to the pay-per-view, but I guess he did some kind of a tribute to CM Punk coming out. I don't know if he did like the clobbering time or what. Joe will probably, So it's clearly a disgruntled worker, and like I said, there's ways to handle that effectively, and I don't know if him posting a big rant and Tumblr is going to get it done. But I said I respect the guy. I've never really cared too much about. Seeing him wrestle all that much, but I respect the fact that he's got an opinion and that he wants to do better. I get that. That's totally cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you're
he's
right. He's
gone.
gone. He's totally gone.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Can you hear my daughter tap dancing upstairs?
No. I can hear you
good.
clicking around, I think, on the... At least I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, that's me.
Because what else were you saying? What else were we might be hearing?
Oh, yeah. I've got a male and a female cat, and she's in heat. And for some reason, they like to make sweet, sweet love at the bottom of my feet wherever I'm sitting. So
gross.
Yeah. I think they finally passed out from exhaustion, so we're all right.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Where did I find them doing it? I came downstairs, and they were actually freaking doing it on my office chair. Like, I gotta carry a spray bottle around with me, man.
Oh.
Get off of there. Get off of there.
Come on, man. Oh.
Where else did they try? Oh, yeah, they were on the cutting board in the kitchen doing it the other day.
Gross.
In the window, giving the neighbors a show. So that was always good.
Gross.
I know.
Is he at least neutered?
No.
Oh, come on. Be a responsible cat parent. Oh, look at that.
We are. We take care of them. It's all good. Yeah, this is gonna... Ooh, look at that. Eh?
Ouch. He's going to fold up like an accordion.
Bam. Oh, yeah, pretty much. Ooh, that's nice.
See, that's... Yeah, you got to be careful of that one shot. That's... that's a little... That's a little PW triple X there.
This is where Grimhold needs to pull out a latex glove.
Oh, stop. Oh.
I'm going in. All right.
Oh, no. If you start making any hand jokes, we're going to be...
Yeah. Somewhere there's a Mae Young reference in here,
Would you guys like to make a triple A game? I mean, I'm assuming he's talking about... the
Lucha.
Hell yeah. Sure. God, are you kidding me? I haven't really watched a ton of AAA.
Really?
But it's really always, I know because you used to get that like on your regular channels.
Yep. Back in the day.
God, that is such a sick power bomb.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of content after this Twitch. I'd love to do a AAA game. That would be awesome. I actually have what do they call it? Heroes of the Ring, the AAA game that came out for last gen console.
Oh yeah.
It was a good little, it was a small game.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't.
Was it
terribly...
3D?
Oh yeah, it wasn't bad in any way at all, and it was kind of reminiscent of the TNA game, not in a bad way, just in the size and scope of the game. It was a pretty quick and dirty kind of championship mode and story mode and whatnot. But what was really cool, God, it's been a while since I played it. But if I recall, you could actually go through the story mode as either heel or face,
Oh, yeah.
Unlock more good guys, bad guys stuff. So, yeah, I
dug it. I remember that. Do you see? I think you saw that. Maybe you posted a link to this, too. There's a petition going around trying to get who developed Fire Pro? Who's the
Human?
Game? Yeah, that they actually put an online petition wondering if they wanted a reboot for the new gen consoles.
You mean Human put out the petition?
Yes. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, like they were actually soliciting feedback. I think it was it Spike or Human or whoever. I get so confused. I think, does the word spike belong in anywhere in that sentence?
Yeah, it's kind of convoluted. I'm not an expert on the history, but yeah, there was a few different companies and name changes.
At least
as Fire
from what I had heard, that they were actively soliciting feedback, like trying to find out if people wanted it. So, for whatever that's worth.
Well, God, they couldn't possibly do any worse than the last Fire Pro game that came out for Xbox. I don't know if you're familiar with it, Eric, but it was on Xbox Arcade, which is like the smaller size games, digitally distributed and whatnot only, right? And it pretty much had nothing to do with Fire Pro at all. It used those goofy little Xbox avatar people for characters, kind of like, the Nintendo Mii's is kind of what they look like. It was not very fun. I tried to like it.
Just a quick little update for all of our friends. Robert has just posted about a half an hour ago a new build with reduced the project size by 30%, added a loading screen in the beginning of the game to load assets in the background. No more white screen of death. Made still loads in the game instead of preload. Improved loading time by load times drastically when starting a match. So Muff might have to give this a spin here tomorrow and see how it works. He said it's running a whole lot better on his system.
It's laying on my system. I don't have a buff gaming system by any stretch, but it is fairly new. It's about a year old. But the performance, I'm getting no slowdown in 4-player matches, no matter how heavy the settings are set.
That's awesome. Yeah, so that's kind of keeping you up to date. I just checked my email and had a couple of messages from Roberto in there, and so he was cranking away, and hopefully, God, I really want to get this build out to you guys. We just have to really make sure that it's going to be nice and stable for everybody, because, like I said, what we don't want is the flood of, oh crap, it's crashing like crazy on me. Now that we at least have isolated what we think is the problem with the kind of the memory issue and all that stuff, I feel a lot better about releasing this thing into the wild, and maybe it can even be in the next couple of days, so that you guys can all play it and get the new moves going and all that kind of stuff.
Well, at least we can tell people, we don't have to go, we don't know why it's crashing. At least we can tell people what the deal is.
Well, and like I said, I'll post, I'll get that link together and post, at least so that if people at least want an option to give something a whirl, they can. Because like I said, it's a pretty easy fix in terms of it's not like super, you just follow it step by step, and they've got a Windows 7 and I think a Windows 8 version on there, and I think even an XP version on there too, that just guides people through it step by step, and it worked for me. They got the game working nice and stable, and I'm going to kind of pay attention to my system over the next few days and just see if, because basically what you're doing is you're hacking the hell out of Windows, and you're asking it to just open it up and just say, look, this thing's got a lot more memory than you think it does. Please use it, and seeing if that has any adverse effects. Oh, look at that puke green with the red. Yeah, there you go, baby.
Just trying to see how ugly. We got to get some new logos in there.
We really do. I never want to
get on that, graphic man.
Oh God, working on the website first. Actually, we need to work on UI first. I started working on some quick mock-ups and some new font choices and some other stuff that we can try. And like I said, I'm gonna start building some wireframes. I think. God, I hope to do it in the next couple of weeks at least. Start getting the ball rolling on that. Because it'd be nice, like I said, it'd be nice to launch with 1.0 with kind of a brand new shiny interface, something that's nice and cleaned up, and new web presence, all that kind of fun stuff, so that when we're ready to rock and roll, we're ready to rock and roll. So
exactly. I'm just trying to see how ugly of a ring I can actually make.
You're doing a pretty good job.
Just call this the Bailey.
Are you coloring the mats even? Oh my God, what are you doing? You are hurting my brain. Make them purple.
You got to
do them all
creative, man.
You get doing Regal with the purple. Oh, yeah. No, get that deep purple.
I'm colorblind, so I have no idea what I'm looking at.
One more back. One more back. Click. There you go. Just
All
Dave,
right.
that right there is the Dave's colorblind version right there. That probably looks great to you. Oh, dear Lord.
Well, I can see things. This is for our child-friendly version of the game. Nice bright ring.
God. Yeah, that's kind of a gag fest, but that's all right.
Too funny. I don't feel like editing a wrestler today.
No.
So I think
we're
we
actually
should...
at the 55-minute mark, so we can wrap up anytime you're ready to go.
Oh my God!
Woo!
That's it.
Oh, baby. Yeah, look at that. Doot 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 doot. It's like a circus, man.
Who's your favorite character to use?
What's that?
Who's your favorite character to use, or no preference?
I like my the fake Christopher Daniel Kurt Angle combo that I made with the orange tights and the stars and stripes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite character. I don't even remember if I just called him Jobber, I believe. That would be my favorite character.
Kind of a dumb question because I've never tried. Oh God!
Oh my God!
I would assume that every update deletes everybody's edited wrestlers.
Well, I was curious about that. I don't think it does. That's actually a really good experiment. And if anybody's got any experience with that, tell us here in chat really quick. Because that's actually something that I've never experimented with. Because the way that I update the game is I just replace literally the whole folder on my hard drive. I don't update the Steam version. In theory, it should just keep everybody's stuff, I would think, because it's only doing file swaps. It would only overwrite, things like that are like the standard stuff. Boy, that is just like the Google Chrome version of Ring.
I'm gonna say, man, there might be, such a thing as too much control over colors.
Yeah, you think? I still don't know where that GA came from.
I don't know either.
I think it's somebody's trademarked. I'm worried that it's somebody's trademarked Google search logo. But, dude, did I ever show you the picture of the fitness center that is using our logo in Florida?
Yeah, you posted it to the crew forum. I was going to share it on Facebook, but I didn't know.
Oh my God! When because we were driving by and I looked up and I was like,
"Whoa! You actually physically saw this sign?"
Oh, this was in Florida. That was my picture. I took a picture of it.
Dude, I thought you stumbled on it online or something.
No, this was me in St. Petersburg, Florida, where my mom lives. And I said I was down there on vacation, and we were driving down the road, and I was like, "You gotta be shitting me!" I couldn't believe it.
It is clearly lifted,
it's not,
isn't it?
It's an easy, like you could easily see that. Okay, somebody could have come up with that on their own, but it was just so similar to ours that I thought, wow.
You know what? I'm going to pull it up and share the window, and then we'll let the fans decide.
Okay.
If I can find it on the crew forum easily.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it really quick.
I'm wondering if it's in current discussions under the art or files. 139 files we have under this project.
Yeah, well, if you do like image search or something, let me see if I can pull up the crew forum here. I don't know where we're at.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. There's the Dane reference material. Custom controller stuff. Oh, there it is. I found it.
All right.
View.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to how you share this on here, but
yeah, I thought maybe I could just load it up in its own.
If you share it, share the other, like you just share your browser window instead of sharing the. Like you'd stop and then you'd start sharing a different screen. I think that would do it.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just trying to your browser.
Just trying to get it decent size here. It's pretty. You know what? I'm gonna try this.
Yeah, we'll have to get a. When you guys add championships, you guys should add a 6-man championship. You're damn right. I love the 6-man title. I miss that. They just don't really, it just doesn't really fit in what wrestling does anymore. New Day as a 3 would be a good, but who else would take them on,
The design we actually have that I believe we can actually pull off now with what we've already kind of proven we can do is when you design your championships, you can actually assign, if you really want to get nerdy about it, you can actually assign rules, stats, attributes, and match types to your belts. Like for say you want to make an Iron Man belt or something, you can actually have it flagged so it can only be actually defended in an Iron Man match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff like that, So there's no goofing around. It'd be cool. And I'd like belts to actually see. I don't know how this is going to work yet, but we wanted to actually have belts actually earn prestige based on how often they were fought over and whatnot, and then have that prestige mean something when you go into like career mode, There's a difference between winning the world title and,
right,
winning its jobber title, right? All right, where did you go? Yeah, I could not believe the sign when you showed it to me, man. Like,
well, you couldn't believe it when I did the drive-by, and I completely lost I was like, what? I said, I think it's reasonable enough that it wasn't a rip. Yeah, I think
I
you're
don't
going to have to.
I don't know. Okay, I'm going to see here. I'm going to go to Skype and reshare my window if it lets me. Go share screens. I don't share the screen. Wait, am I sharing the screen?
You are. You're sharing your game. You may have to. Okay, there we go. You might have to zoom in because the quality is really bad.
Yeah,
okay, there it goes. There it goes. There you go.
I don't know, man. I mean, I know the idea of let's put an X over a gear might not.
Well, I told you a long time ago about the whole. I told you the whole. Like I said, anytime there's an X, there's just only so many directions you can go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I couldn't believe it. I don't think if I remember, there's maybe that isn't my picture, but I remember seeing it on the road and then maybe Googling and doing like either a Google image search or something like that to like see if I was crazy. But yeah, I drove by this thing and I was like, what? What the hell is that? Oh my God.
Looking more closely at it now, I can see that it's not a gear and it's a cycling studio. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's sprockets. It's a gear. It's not a gear, but it's a sprocket. But again, just showing that how hard logo design is, because it's just especially with X. I mean, I know we have there's an eFed that just totally ripped off all of our shit.
Oh, I saw that. Though there's an actual Fed that ripped off our shit too.
Really?
But they lasted. Yeah. I think if you go on Wayback Machine or something online and Google it, because I think they tried to wipe it, but there was a Fed that lasted for about 6 months in like freaking North Carolina or something that actually called themselves Pro Wrestling Extreme, and they used our logo. They just flat out cut and pasted the damn thing. Yeah.
Well, but that's okay. Now, so what's different? There's different one that's on the East Coast. What's PWX? Is that Pro Wrestling Extreme? Or no, that's Pro Wrestling Experience. That's what that is.
Yeah, they contacted me back in the early days and offered me the opportunity to pay a hefty fee to put them in our game. And I'm like,
make sure you don't have any fun files on your desktop, because you're showing everybody right now.
Probably do. Who knows?
Let's see what's on Dave's desktop.
How do I share the screen?
Oh no! Now you're throwing off my username. Don't do that. La 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 la. Don't. No, because now people are gonna know what I look like. God,
you know what's weird? It's not letting me actually.
You're gonna have to go back.
There we go. Share window. Boom. There we go. We're done.
Thank you.
Are we?
Yes, we did.
I'm just looking at my desktop now. Okay.
Is the game going to have entrance music, and can you put music from bands like 3 Days? I don't know who that is, but...
you know who 3 Days is?
No.
I can be a painkiller. Come on, man.
Dude. I don't listen to this shit.
3 Days Grace. If you're gonna bring it up, man, are you like camp old singer or camp new singer?
Dude, I don't know what the
I
fuck
saw
you're
them live with
talking
the new guy, and as much as I love the old guy, the new guy did not suck.
I do
It
not
was
know
actually
who 3 Days Grace is. Why should I know who these
Yeah.
people are?
Their big hit was "I Hate Everything About You."
Oh my God, that people talk about that band? It was a one-hit wonder.
Oh no, you're thinking of Ugly Kid Joe, who did "I Hate Everything."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't. I
Really
guess
not?
I really don't. Dude, I'm not hip. All I listen to these days, there are two primary radio stations I listen to online that are the best. If anybody is interested, I will give them a plug right now. Nobody's paid me to say this. Soma FM, SOMAFM.com is the best. They are the granddaddies of streaming radio. They have like 20 just unbelievably really weird genres. You have everything from like a James Bond channel that just plays kind of like spy type music to they have one called a station called Groove Salad that's just like this chill, downbeat kind of stuff. And so I listen to a lot of those stations. And then there's another one that is, I think, one of the best stations is called We Funk, which is a radio station out of, I think they broadcast out of either Montreal or Vancouver. I think it's Montreal. It's like a college radio station, and they play nothing but like hip hop, soul, funk, like all this old school hip hop, and it's just wonderful. Like James Brown, Prince, all this stuff. It's absolutely fantastic to listen to. So I don't listen to any of the new shit on the radio. So you could name any band and I know who Katy Perry is, and I know a few of these other ones, but I've never heard of 3 Days Grace, so sorry.
Why am I stuck on a run? God damn it. Yeah, I listen to pretty much nothing but streaming radio now, too. Like, over my own music collection, and I've ended up with MP3s of everything, but I just like curated radio.
Yeah.
Like,
So what do you listen to? What are you listening to?
Well, I'm an old 80s
Are you doing a Spotify
headbanger, right?
guy, or what?
No, I listen to like the hardradio.com is like just a hard rock heavy metal radio station, except they have absolutely no allegiance to micro genres. So you'll hear everything from like an old school death metal song to like Every Rose Has a Thorn by Poison. Like it's bizarre. Like anything that ever was metal, from pop metal, hair metal to like black metal. So it's pretty funny to see what they juxtapose against each other. And then I really like out of Los Angeles, because I'm, again, metal guy, Can-AC. They were the radio station that broke Motley Crue back in the day, and they're still living.
We got to expand your horizons a little bit, man. I'm telling that rock
Well,
stuff,
that's the thing, like when I'm working, I like to listen to music that just makes me happy. And
well, what's really funny is usually I can't listen to any music that has any lyrics. Like I need like a downbeat or like some of that stuff is just down. I listen to a lot of what they call down tempo, where it's like techno but it's slowed down, so that it's just more like anybody who's like an old school techno guy. It's like the stuff they used to play in the chill rooms. When you need a little bit of a break from the floor, you go into that, and it was just like more chill, more downbeat. And so I listen to a lot of that, a lot of trip hop, a lot of stuff like Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. All that kind of stuff where it's just like it's flow. It's not like the rap stuff, like the hip hop that you hear on the radio and all that stuff. It's just good, smooth lyrics and really cool beats. And like I said, some of this stuff is just, God, it's fantastic. So
I'd love to have a wider variety of music in our game. Oh, I have to go.
Dude, that's my wife. That's the House of Cards ringtone.
No, it's the BlackBerry.
It's okay. That's how I know that one then. Okay.
I'm going to pause you. I will be right back real quick.
I'll wrap up here and we'll call it. So, all right. Yeah, real life is kicking in. Anytime Dave's wife calls, he's got to, he's got to, make sure she gets taken care of. But yeah, gang, I think we're gonna call it a wrap. We're at an hour and 10. So I think it's time to wrap up. If we're getting down to like musical genres tonight, I think we're at the wit's end here tonight. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. You guys are a lot of fun, and you ask good questions. And Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of fun jazz. And we'll just kind of keep you posted. We're keep plowing away at this thing. And you said we've got our developer Robert is just kicking ass all over the place, and we're trying hard to get things optimized for you. And like I said, keep an eye out. Hopefully, if we get our tests passed here with flying colors over the next couple of days, we have zero problem getting the build out to you guys, so you guys can start playing with all these new moves and stuff, and sending us screen captures of your own and all that kind of fun stuff. So, anything you want to add there, homeboy?
No, man, I'm just happy that things are plugging along. I think it's been one of the more productive development days we've had, just because everyone's kind of been kicking around and bug fixing, bug hunting, and testing and finding solutions and stuff. So it's all been pretty good, man. I'm a happy guy. I can't wait to get this build out to people and, see if we've fixed some of the issues for people and stuff and get back to rocking. We're gearing up to hit our 1.0 Kickstarter promises. That'll be a huge milestone for us, and more good will come out of hitting that, which will be very, very awesome. I'm happy, and I just want to thank, obviously everyone for paying attention and giving a shit about Pro Wrestling X after all this time. It's a good time to be a Pro Wrestling X fan now that we actually have stuff going on and we're not just talking about it. And of course, thank the crew, Eric, for rocking these Twitch broadcasts and everything he does to help out, and our programmer Robert, who has delivered 2 updates in the last 24 hours, which is awesome. Actually, he might be going on 3 updates in the last 24 hours. I'm not sure.
And close. Yep.
Yeah, and thanks to
Mr. Wrestling
the unknown
5
animator, Mr. Wrestling 5, for providing, he just sits back and adds new animations, almost every update. Here's a new one, here's a new one, here's a new one, and I mark out for each and every one of them. It's awesome.
Yep.
Cannot be a happier guy, man. It's all good. My last request, I hate to ask the fans for help too often, but if anyone could please explain Snapchat to me, that would be fantastic.
We're not doing Snapchat. That is don't even bother. We're not 12 or we're not teenage girls. Just stay away from it. They even said I had not to get us totally off track, but I had there was a person online that I follow and on Twitter, and he's kind of the person behind a website called MetaFilter, which is one of the older web forums that have been around just forever. And he's like, I think this right here is the generational break, because he could not figure out how to use Snapchat. This is a guy who's like known every single application from like going all the way back to the iPhone to all this stuff. He's like, I cannot figure out how to use this application. And he's like, this must be it right here. Like the 12-year-olds, like they know how to use this program and I don't. I'm now old. So
yep, my daughter is rocking it, and she's like 14 and she's killing it on Snapchat. I'm like, what the hell, And
they're doing some impressive stuff with the face swapping and all that stuff. It's insane and it's funny.
Well, we gotta find a way to reach people, man, because nobody reads the damn newsletter anymore.
That's not true. That's not true.
Nobody new is reading it. I love preaching to the choir. Believe me, I show up every week to do it. But man, I'm picking up maybe 10, 20 Facebook followers per week, and I gotta.
Well, but that's just Facebook, man. That platform's mature. There's no growth. I mean, like I said, it's just like I said, we'll be all right.
Exactly. So where's everybody? If they're not on Facebook,
they're on
anymore,
WhatsApp. Is what they're on. They're on texting applications. That's where all the action is. You're safe from marketers. Like scumbag people who are trying to sell the games.
I know. We'll just spend all our marketing budget on skywriting and Mania. That's what we'll do.
I think that's a great idea. Or So we ought to sponsor Botchamania. We ought to sponsor Botchamania is what we ought to do. That guy is about as powerful as anybody in wrestling right now.
Do you think AJ would wear a shirt to the ring again?
Shit, no. Shit, no. Maybe a house show. Even that would probably get him a shit ton of heat. I think what we need to do is we need to get up, down, down on it. We need to get Xavier Woods rocking and rolling. He probably wouldn't be allowed to do it either, but that'd be a big feather in our cap. And then, like I said, I think if we sponsored Botchamania, filmed an intro for him, and get him paid him $50. I'll bet he'd put us over.
We got to make our own Botchamania video and collect all the clips of the worst broken bugs and glitches we've ever made.
Shit, that won't be hard. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That would be a pretty fun Botchamania intro. So
I'd actually like to, I don't want to ruin the game by making it broken, but I would love to have a 1% chance of botching a move hilariously.
I do too. You could turn them off.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be hilarious, man. I think my favorite Pro Wrestling X bug ever. I think you literally laughed yourself to tears when you first saw it. There was no collision detection on the walls of the Hammerlock in our first game, the Hammerlock venue, the gym, and I Irish whipped a guy through the wall, and he kept running, and he literally fell off the edge of the freaking earth.
That's right. He ran through the city.
Yeah, and he kept running. And because there was physics, when the ground actually ended and the level was over, he actually ran into the blue void of the game world and literally fell and just faded away into a little running dot.
I remember that. Oh man, you've got to find some footage of that. I don't know if we have it anywhere, but.
I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of lost my shit when they did the force choke, the force choke or the force brainbuster, where he was remote controlling the brainbuster, and then the floating bug. That was a pretty funny one too. So
yeah, easy stuff, man.
Yep.
Well,
all right, time to wrap it.
My neighbor just invited me over for free beer, so I'm not going to pass.
You got to take that off. You got to take that offer. So, all right, gang. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
Thanks a lot, guys. Keep in touch and get ready for this build to hit Steam as soon as we can get it up there. Cheers.
Cheers.